Hello everyone. So I have been getting a lot of queries as to a lot of couples have married in Kuwait or a lot of guys whose spouse is in India or their respective countries. They are unable to bring their spouse here because the name is not there in their passport. So in this video, I will be explaining you how to add your spouse name in your passport so that it becomes easier for you once you try to bring them in Kuwait. So let's get started. So there are two parts of this video. One part is for the ones who got married in Kuwait and the second part is for the ones who got married in their respective countries. So for the part one, this is the process. For the people who got married in Kuwait, you will obviously have the Kuwait marriage certificate with you. So you have to make sure that you have to attach the marriage certificate through MOFA and also translate it into English so that the translated copy can be used to attach during the application process. So I went to BLS file and there you have to take the token and tell them that you want to add your spouse name in the passport. So once your token number comes, you can go there and they will help you fill the complete details of the passport and your spouse details. For that, you have to submit 3 documents to them. One is your spouse passport, second is your spouse civil ID, and third is the marriage certificate translated and attested, which you have done with the MOFA attestation also. And needless to say, your old passport, your civil ID. Once you submit these documents to them, they will type a form for you and attach your 2 passport size photos on it. And then they will call you. You can verify all the details, your spouse name, your address, everything, and make sure that all the details and spellings are correct. Once you say okay to go, they will process your passport. Usually the complete charges of this thing will range from 25 to 30 KD because a new passport has to be issued. Then you will get a number and you can track that number. The passport will go for police verification in India and usually it takes 7 to 10 days for the verification to complete and the passport to come back to you. So home delivery of the passport is an optional thing. If you want the passport to be home delivered to you, they will check that option. Otherwise, you can go to the BLS center and collect it back. The whole process will not take more than 10-15 days. So it's a very easy thing. Make sure you have all the documents and make sure all the spellings in the documents are correct. Even if you're not planning to have any visa issues and you are married in Kuwait, make sure that you have your spouse name anyhow in your passport because in future, if there is any kind of visa issues, it will create unnecessary problem. Now, this is the second process for the people who got married in their respective country. For my example, married in India. First of all, anyone who has married in India, they have to make sure that they get their marriage certificate in Kuwait, translate that marriage certificate into Arabic and get it attested from MOFA and Kuwait embassy as soon as possible. If the marriage certificate is not attested in Kuwait embassy in Kuwait, then at least you have to make sure that before coming to Kuwait, it is attested from Kuwait embassy in India. So you have the document with you. Now the remaining process is same as the process number 1. You have to take that attested marriage certificate and go to the BLS center, take your token. If your spouse is in India, you have to provide the passport of your spouse. If your spouse is in Kuwait, then you have to make sure that you provide the civil ID and the passport of your spouse and the marriage certificate. And your passport and your civil ID is also needed. Then the rest of the process is as usual same. You have to make sure all the details filled are correct. You have to submit 2 passport size photos of yours and pay the respective amount which is needed, which is around 25 to 30 KD. And same, the police verification will happen and the passport will come back to you within 10 to 15 working days. If you have any kinds of doubts, if you have any kinds of clarifications needed for this process, do DM me on Instagram or TikTok, or you can comment down below on my YouTube channel and I will be more than happy to assist you further. Also, if you want any kinds of information on more different processes in Kuwait or in India, whatever anyone has to do to come to Kuwait or anyone has to do while staying in Kuwait, do comment that and I will research and I will make a video for you. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.